Go ahead.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I'm totally doing that producers thing again. You can't stop me.
Alright, we're live.
Springtime for classy and America.
Oh, you're gonna get me, Tim.
So it begins.
Yeah, soon we're actually going to be reciting the whole play. Would you guys like to talk about our Lord and
Got enough time to go get a schmo.
What's up with you? And
Say again? This is a rather pathetic start to the stream.
Give it time. Building momentum.
We'll get there eventually.
Yes. Just going up the hill.
I want to comment on how terrible silent streams are, but at the same time, I realize they're better than Fortnite streams.
For now.
I like
yeah,
this.
for now.
silent streams? What are those?
They're what we're doing right now, or what we were doing.
Yeah, I mean, we can stop it now. It's all good. So, what up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So we are going to talk about. We were talking about earlier tonight. What's going on with Ralph? I wanted to jump straight into that while we were talking about that before. This with fuck. Hold on. Let me get back to with Puma. What's up, Puma?
Yes,
So, yeah.
how do you do, fellow kid?
Good. Welcome y'all. Thank you for guys for coming to the stream. So apparently this guy has had his channel just disappear from YouTube. You're telling me pre-stream is because he was having super chats that were bad or naughty, right? Because he was talking
Yep.
about Jewish people. So
Decide that led to Wall Street Journal deciding to yeet him off the internet.
where does Wall Street Journal come into that?
I don't fucking know. They're Wall Street Journal. They do this kind of shit. They did this with PewDiePie earlier, and they did this with something else before that. I think it may have been PewDiePie also, but I don't know. They've done this kind of shit before.
They had like an article, right? So, I mean, that was the thing that they did with PewDiePie. So this time, apparently YouTube found out about it and deleted their channels. I mean, we've seen this happen before with Alex Jones. I mean, I don't know why nothing ever happens. You know, I mean, I guess they're a private company; they can do whatever they want. But, I mean, yes. So I don't really know. This is the future of YouTube. I don't think with YouTube it's like every little thing now. It's like a machine. I think people have commented on before. It's just like a huge algorithm now where they don't even have their copyright system. Like every fucking stream that we do, like even if it's something that we don't think is going to be copyright, it's copyright, and I don't even like monetize the streams. But it's like YouTube makes it so hard for the creators now, and it's like I'm not really surprised that something like this has happened. I mean, what's going to change? I mean, I think there's always going to be communities like this, communities online, people wanting to get together and talk about things and, you know, unite and just, you know, the internet. So, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen with YouTube. I don't really see much changing. I mean, maybe they'll require another mass shooter to go in there.
I'm surprised the bootleg space is still on.
Yeah, I mean, it's
he
like...
has like weekly live streams with David Duke and what's this other dude?
He's had it. He's done it with David Duke
so many times. Like he's probably done it like 7 times already this month alone. Well, not this month.
With David Duke.
Last month, yeah, David Duke and what's this other dude's name? Oh, Richard Spencer. Yeah.
So didn't you? Okay. So you streamed? Didn't you stream with like an alt-right guy on your previous podcast, right? Or you did on your podcast?
Prometheus is an alt-right. Are you talking about
okay.
Prometheus the Prophet? No, he's not alt-right. I mean, yeah,
oh.
I did do one Classy Liberal podcast episode with an actual writer, and that's David Cedarwood, but that was, yeah, a few months ago.
David Cedarwood.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've said on my channel before that's like, why are we still like entertaining this? Like, are people actually like legit afraid?
Well, yeah. I mean,
like,
they have good reason to. I mean, they've ruined political discourse on the internet, on this specific side of the internet. Their ideas are actually catching on now. We have moderates subscribing into the whole race realism thing. There's no evidence to back it up. And
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you necessarily blame the alt-right on that. It's like, you know, I was listening to, you know, we're gonna watch this Dr. Phil video, and you know, are you familiar with Charlemagne? Or you're not really, right?
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, can you hear me? Have you?
I can
Classy,
hear
have
you.
you?
Charlemagne?
Okay.
I don't know.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne the God.
Founder of the founder of the what is it? Holy Roman Empire.
Well, he's the he took that name from that guy, but it's like this black guy who is you know, successful entrepreneur, but also he has like a show called Breakfast Club, and he has like you know, rappers and stuff, and he's very like he's a very like I feel like in the past year, identity politics, like it's like a new thing now where it's like, I don't know, people are focusing on race more than ever.
Sorry to interrupt you, but do you want to disconnect from your Discord and then connect back?
Yeah, let me do it real quick.
Yeah, you're cutting out badly. Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. So yeah.
Continue.
Well, yeah. So that's the main thing too with identity politics has come to the. So when it becomes acceptable, that's something that I found just where everyone was reacting to back in the day, where it was like just fucking racist videos that talk about like white people, white privilege. Just so much focus on like I don't know, just it was going the other way, and that's why you're having this. I feel like just a lot of people on the internet now just kind of going against it and like being like, yeah, like, okay, if you guys are going to be extreme and make these rules, like now this is where we're coming at. You know, I don't really see anything in the real world like happening though. It's like when you really think about, there's so many disenfranchised people across this, you know, fucking country of ours, and I don't know, they all, you know, like I fucking had a dude who's like, there's an incel group, like the dudes who can't get laid, and like there's another group of dudes who I don't know, like they part of this group and stuff. And I mean, I just feel like it's inevitable with kind of the times we're living in, but I don't really know if that's something to really worry about. It's always like invest, like, I mean, so you say that it's ruined. How has it ruined political discourse, would you say?
Oh yeah, because they dox people, they intimidate people. They're just a very toxic group of individuals. And look, I don't have a problem with talking to fascists or talking to far right people. Like, I honestly wouldn't care about them, you know, if all they did was just talk and circle jerk about their ideas. The problem is that they're, even though they're not well organized, they do, you know, intimidate other people. And yeah, I just think that it's time to call out their BS. I think silence is, you know, I don't know that phrase.
So call out their BS. Like, okay, so I do see that JF, like, he's there and he's having streams with you know,
David
Richard
Dick. I mean David Duke, whatever.
David Dick. A little slip there. But yeah, I didn't see the David Duke ones. I did see that he made videos with Richard Spencer, and like I just felt like, I don't know. So you're saying they're legit doxing people? Is the people associated with JF and Richard Spencer? I mean, are they doxing people? Is that happening at all? Or
Well, I can't speak for Richard Spencer or JF, but I can say like a lot of people that are fans of theirs for sure are involved in that. And it's not just doxing; it's also just, you know, personal attacks. It's also smearing other people. It's also threatening other people.
Classy.
Sorry?
Classy. But Kraut is a trout now.
Oh, yeah.
That's an epic own now.
Yeah,
Kraut
they had
will
a
never recover.
they drove Kraut off the internet when he did absolutely nothing wrong. They created a whole smear campaign, and it actually kind of worked. Lots of people bought into it.
We still buy into it.
sure.
People are
With
still
regards
Sure.
to Ralph in particular,
Sure.
I for one don't think his channel should be yeeted off the internet. I for one think he should be able to continue to make a fool out of himself day after day. You know, like Worski.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know much about the Wreck-It retard Ralph and his merry band of idiots, but like, I can say this much: if he's gone over the edge of incitement, like, that's where I draw the line.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, but do you really want? Do we want to live in a world where people can be censored or can be shut down for things? You know,
No.
You should know
Just no.
that. Yeah, no, because
People
who
shouldn't be. People shouldn't be censored for their opinions.
Yeah, I think like when it comes down to it, banning all of these guys has actually put liberals in a worse position to refute them. Because now we don't know what these guys are arguing. They're saying their stuff, and once they come here, they have these arguments that they've been refining for years, and we haven't been able to confront them at all because, well, YouTube keeps banning them, Twitter keeps banning them. We don't get them in the spotlight. We don't get to be able to narrow them down or get them to stick to their positions because, of course, they keep getting banned. They keep getting shut off.
But also because they don't even get to get their voice heard from a wider audience.
Yeah, I mean, I
As
think at
is
the end,
their right.
I think it is their right. I think at the end of the day, it is their right because we need to create a there should be something where people can express their opinions, no matter how horrible it is, and let the free market of ideas just let it sort itself out, and you know, whatever is the most popular idea will rise. And it is kind of what Puma was saying about, you know, when you're banning and doing all these things, you're holding, but you're silent a minority that's only gonna like rile them up and want to do crazy shit. I mean, that's the thing with doxing and with the whole smear campaign against Kraut. I didn't really I honestly didn't pay attention to it. I just think with the internet, who knows? Like, the internet in the grand scheme of things is so new. Like, are we here, or should we have something try to legislate what's going to be on it? That's why with me, I'm kind of very careful with what I put out there. I mean, I get on camera, I don't care. Like, I don't try to put myself in a position where people can hold things against me because I expected that with.
Well, I don't know.
just
I mean,
being
I
on
found
the
your
internet.
Pornhub account though.
Oh.
A man's greatest fear realized.
But classy, my boulders.
Oh,
My boulders. What was I saying?
about the YouTube and censorship. Something about the free market of ideas. That's the last thing I remember.
Yes, I mean, like, do you want? So, are you trying to, like, okay, like, what's going to defeat the alt right is just,
Well, I'm not
let it.
saying we should deplatform Richard Spencer or JF. I've never suggested anything like that. I'm just saying that, hey, let's call out their BS and let's not ignore this problem. That's what I'm trying to say.
But Classy, you talk to people who talk to people who talk to people who think that they should be deplatformed. Therefore, you clearly must believe that they should be
Oh
deplatformed.
god.
You were in a Starbucks once with a guy who believes this. I mean, you're guilty by association.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Donga say mean things. He say mean things about Daddy Jim. Donga bad.
Oh, this is going to be a fun little train wreck
But
towards
just to
the end.
clarify, like, I've never suggested, like, deplatforming anyone. The only thing I could say is that YouTube is a private company, so, yeah, they have a right to, deny service to whoever they want to. But I personally would prefer that they didn't. Now, for the Ralph situation, I can't really say anything. I don't know too much about it. Some people say that he violated the terms of service, so it's okay. I'm not sure. But were you going to say, Deacon?
I was going to say, like, is someone who's been kicked off Twitter multiple times, last one for either speaking to The Guardian or, attacking an advertiser for being a scam. Seriously, they never told me what the hell I got kicked off for. I have to say that whole argument of they're a private company, that's falling shorter and shorter. I mean, what happened to Alex Jones? I think that he was definitely inciting violence against people. Anytime that you call them, like, straight up interdimensional demons that must be stopped and destroyed. Yeah,
they're turning the freaking frogs gay. I tell ya, those interdimensional demons are.
Alex Jones is a character, though. Portrayed by a person.
His wife would argue.
Argument.
I don't think.
I'm not sure that holds up.
That's how I understand it, anyway.
But at that point, it's incitement. Now, there's a huge difference between incitement and some of the stuff that would violate TOS, because I've violated TOS just by saying, I don't know, one or two dirty words here and there.
Gosh, diddly darn it.
Yeah, I think the problem with the Alex Jones thing is that it is going to set a precedent. Like, you don't understand what. I mean, I think so. I mean, look what just happened with this guy with Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
He didn't. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
That's giving me second-hand cringe. Can you please stop?
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of unfair. It's like someone who doesn't even have a strike on the channel, they just remove it, and because that's what YouTube goes after. If they see like a movement, they see like the numbers, and then super chat, we're gonna take this away, and like
I don't know. The whole thing with Ralph. I mean, you really think like he's innocent?
Well, I mean, that depends on what you count for. Like, if he's playing loose and fast like Medicare, I'm sorry, but, like, there's a moment in time where if you say a super chat and it is technically a direct threat, you are enabling that kind of shit. I mean, that's the gray area, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
I don't want to see... I don't want to see Medicare fucking taken off, and I didn't want to see fucking Wreck-It Ralph taken off, but, like, straight up, you're pushing the lines of incitement. There's a moment in time where you don't do that. Fuck.
Sure, but do you think it's a slippery slope where they're gonna start taking down, I don't know, yoga videos or something like that?
Not
It's not
necessarily.
Yoga.
But
Depends on the yoga, my dude.
Are we talking about the anti-Semitic yoga? Because maybe.
But with regards to Ralph's stream in particular, Medicare was pretty much bragging that, we're gonna do this to trigger the libtard media. And that was like, dude.
You got your reaction.
Yeah,
what now?
Congratulations, Jim. You got what you asked for.
Yeah, I mean, it is pushing the lines too, especially with, like, it's kind of, I've never seen like the mass shooter too, where he's killing like Jewish. It's kind of unfortunate timing, and then when around that time, it's like, yeah, let's back off on the whole Jew hating thing. But then it's like, we're gonna be edgy, we're gonna be more, you know, we're gonna be edgelords and we're gonna push it to the most extreme. It's like, guys, you don't want to play with this because yeah, there are people out there who are fucking crazy. There are people out there doing shit. So I do sympathize with that, and I do see kind of, it's like, I mean, do I think he should be kicked completely off? No, but it's like, I mean, he should at least be able to be on YouTube. But it's like this whole situation, at least it is showing that, like, hey, like this is real shit. Like this is real people dying. If you're like what Deacon said about, you know, it's being pushed into almost incitement. It's like, yeah, you are on the very thin line there of incitement or not. So that's my takeaway. I mean, I think if he has a show, I mean, let's see if they'll be able to bring it back, or I don't know. With YouTube, you never know now with YouTube. Like they're very, you know, they don't really tell you much. So
they're schizophrenic. Let's post this just straight on their forehead. Schizophrenic.
yeah, I mean, they'll have like some kind of fucking algorithm, play it out, and see if that your case holds up. Usually doesn't. But yeah, I was gonna start watching some videos. I mean, and also some final wrapping thoughts, or wrapping up thoughts about that. I mean, is Ralph gonna be able to make a new channel, or like, isn't it the rule that if you get kicked off YouTube, you can't come back or something?
In theory, I mean, but Keemstar was kicked off and it's still in someone else's name, but Keemstar is the star. It's one of those weirdnesses.
Yeah, then Metokur used to be, it was Internet Aristocrat banned, and that's why he became Metokur.
He has a lot of aliases. Like here's the thing. I don't support the platforming of Mr. Metokur at all. I think they should let his channel, even though I don't like the guy that much. But if that were to happen, though, if the unfortunate case they did remove his channel, he would survive. He has lots of sock accounts, so I can definitely see like Ralph retort, even Ralph, like if he doesn't have like some other account, he can definitely, like, because he has connections and stuff, he can probably start something with some other YouTubers. That's what I'm thinking though.
Yeah, it's like you can't. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't stop whatever people want to do. Like people do this stuff, so that's my main thing. And you know, I don't think. If they happen, I mean, at least it's like everything's kind of like a reaction with YouTube. They're kind of like just making up the rules as they go. And let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were gonna just get into some current events here. So yeah, we were talking about voting before. I honestly haven't really kept up with. I mean, doesn't everyone fucking say that? It's like, I mean, there's some people. Classy, you said you early voted.
Yeah, I early voted. Yeah.
Did you vote for? I mean, I know. Never mind. I won't ask who you voted for, but you probably voted all the.
I voted for the social fascist party. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Florida party.
Not the anarcho-monarchist, my dude. How dare you?
Oh, because they're not on the ballot this year. That's the thing. So.
I'm voting for Lord Buckethead.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Ballot, baby.
I will say this: I did vote mostly Democrat. Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, I mean, surprise, surprise. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you just want to vote. It's just important to go there. I just think it's like now I'm just kind of tired of all the fucking like, oh, you gotta vote. Like they had the Oprah like knocking on the door and shit, and it's like all these commercials.
You get a vote, and you get a vote, and you get a vote.
Up towards where my college is, I pass billboards that say, on a white billboard, it says in big black letters, bold letters, vote November 6th. That's it.
I just wish they'd stop putting it in my Tinder app, for the love of God.
I went to my fucking mailbox. I was like, it's full of things. It's like, but yeah. So but people are kind of getting tense too. Like there's been some like events on like people, like young people on campus and out there in areas. But I found this video here. I want to just give it a watch and get your guys' reaction. I think it was pretty interesting, especially the end.
I'm just gonna take them down. You live here if it's your property. That's the only one.
That is my property.
It is your property?
Yes.
Okay. This is... Oh, that's your property too, though, huh?
That's my neighbor's property. He's a gun owner.
He is like the.
I would watch. Be careful.
He's like a hipster's hipster.
You guys shoot me over that. That would be great. That would be really, like, you know...
What is this anime
appropriate
weeb
response.
shit that's
That
in
would be-
my watched
I-
together?
Don't know.
I have bought 100 of these. I'm about to put more
He's
out.
building his nest for his hibernation.
Dude, what's-
Leave the man alone.
Dude, he looks deranged.
He looks like a hipster's like hipster. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man,
Dude.
smash capitalism.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Golem! We finally found the golem.
I think he has. I think this guy makes Alex Jones look mentally stable.
Yes.
He
That would-
has the same.
Oh.
does anyone have any holy water? I
Call
need
the priest
some holy
quick.
Does
water
anybody else
and
have
some
that
salt.
feeling
I
that
mean,
he-
this is what's fucking walking around out here now.
I think Greece's economy is more stable than this guy.
All right, one more time. I hate Ted Cruz. That's what I heard.
That's nice, dear.
Jesus
You know what
Christ.
I hate? I don't. So,
At least
Zodiac
you didn't go-
Killer Man bad. You say mean thing.
oh,
Okay, this is actually kind of scary. At that point, like, I would call it.
He spit on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
This
that's
dude
like the
is
definition of an
fine.
NPC.
NPCs
Where's-
going
where-
wild.
Cuban Canadian man bad.
I don't know. I think I kind of want to vote for Ted Cruz now because this is what we need to fight against. I mean,
Well, it's either him or Mr. Fleas from Drunk Driving Crash Scene.
oh,
With that said, like, no one's dead at the end of the day. Like, if we're talking about extremist...
Well, that's
No.
what they all say, but then you realize where he was in the 60s and 70s.
Well, you say, like, he's a fucking time wizard. This is the fucking Zodiac
Yes,
Killer.
yes, he is. He is
Ted
a
Cruz.
time wizard.
Or the fucking guy that just tore up the sign. Because that's two different things.
yeah. Which one of these two is a freaking Zodiac killer? Is it Ted Cruz or?
You
is
see,
this
you're
guy?
you're asking the wrong question. Are they both the Zodiac Killer?
That
So that's
doesn't
like a
even-
younger Ted Cruz. So that's a younger Ted Cruz tearing up the signs because of older Ted Cruz.
Yes.
That's like that movie Looper. It's full circle.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Following me.
Okay, so how does
isn't
this
his
end?
name
Wait, is
Ted
that Black
Edward
Hole
Cruz?
store?
Coffee shop.
Can
Oh,
I
it's a
just
coffee.
call him Tedward Cruz?
What? Dude, this is the most hipster shit I've seen. Like, just
Yes.
he rips up a dude's got like a fucking mustache.
Wait, hold up, pause it. I'm just thinking, like, he goes there casually. It's like, hi, could I have a
That's what I'm
chocolate
saying.
ice macchiato, frappuccino,
That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
drink?
double espresso decaf, please.
Well, and can I have a vegan blueberry pop tart too with that?
Hey, can I have a couple of shaves of cinnamon on that?
And then like he goes and he talks
I'll
to
go
his
here for
communist
15.
friends. It's like, oh yeah, man, I totally own this like Ted Cruz supporter, you know.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Ted Cruz, man.
Gotta-
Yeah, he'll get laid out of it somehow. Watch.
Yeah.
Years
It's like,
not had this behavior. He just went nuts. Tore up our sign.
wait, he just took up some guy's drink.
Yes, he did.
Lived here.
Dude, he looks fucking.
I'm just waiting for him to kick down that disabled cone.
You know, I don't even think he's Democrat or leftist. He's just deranged.
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but there's so many crazy people out here where it's like, okay, like you don't like be a functioning member of society. It's just Hey, there's so many idiots.
No, I'm sorry. I finally.
I want to see where this goes.
I mean, he just.
do have a-
I mean,
He
he's
just
playing it
grabbed
off.
Some guys. He just grabbed some guys.
Yeah, rewind that. Rewind that. Let's see what
Is
we
that
can.
like
Oh, I thought-
Tivana or something?
No, I thought he
That's
knew
not
that
his
person.
coffee.
That's not his.
No, you want to know what this reminds me?
Really?
That guy who roundhouse kicked those
yeah?
pro-life activists.
All right, I want to see where it goes to. Everyone
Yeah,
ready?
come on, play.
Yes.
26 years. Grew up here.
Yeah, you stole someone's coffee.
You moved to Montrose? You're not from Montrose. Man, Ted Cruz does not belong in fucking Montrose. Go to the Woodlands.
So you're 26.
What?
Go to the Woodlands where all Canadians belong.
What the fuck is this? He's in Texas. Wow. Okay, so I have a theory. So he is an otherkin that identifies as bull. He saw red and just went ape.
Damn.
No. He identifies as a trigendered pyrofox.
I was gonna say he identifies with a pirate.
He identifies as Cuban man bad.
NCP's gone wild.
Yeah,
Steals
that-
another
Picturing
man's
that
coffee
as
and
a
just
show on like Nat Geo Wild. NPCs gone wild.
Wait.
All right,
One.
so this is the next video. I wanted to get you guys' reaction. I thought this was hilarious. I don't know if you guys seen this, but
I fear it now.
wait, is there an ad or who just skipped ahead? Oh, never mind. So yeah, apparently this is a Twitch streamer who says that he doesn't want a relationship with his viewers because he says he's better than his viewers. I just thought when I saw this, it was like, this is
So he
what-
joins the rank of Jim and Anna Kasparian.
Like, here's the thing about that, though, because nobody is better than any of us. We're all worthless.
Yeah, we're all worth
Hashtag
it.
No lives matter.
No lives matter.
Yeah, but it's a fucking mind blowing video. I just want to get you guys' reaction.
One thing my viewers have taught me over many years is that they are giving me subscriptions and bits and whatnot because they want me to make the content. And I try to do that, despite the fact that I think the majority of high-level streamers make a bit too much money considering what we do. We work very hard, but the work itself is not difficult. I like to do charity. Dust, I don't think, does anything.
No. Underneath the no sub Discord thing is no giveaways, no sub games, no nothing.
How about a high five?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Why are we having him?
And that's like the thing, right? It's like that's like it's fine with me. You know, it's just like I try to like because
Wait, hold on. Let's as a final point, let's bring her to the mic because she just said, "I would never watch you in a million years," and we already know that Dust doesn't care. He's said that 1,000 times. I want to know. Who
I
you're
love that
gonna
woman
watch.
already.
What's interesting content to you? Because you're a viewer, it's important.
I'm short. Sup. So, I would never watch you in a million years because you...
I fucking love this woman.
I can't build a relationship with you. I like people that make me fucking laugh. So you, Dustin, I don't know, would be awesome. I would probably go to your
Clearly,
stream.
you've made a huge impression.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I do
Bike
like
Man?
Your content. Yeah. You could just... no. When I look for
What?
streamers...
I want to buy that woman a beer.
I want to relate to them. I want them to be witty. I want them to be cool. I want them to have that unique aspect that all of us strive to have. But I need there to be a little bit of a relationship because I don't want to talk to a fucking wall.
Okay, but
Fucking
part
love
of the thing
her.
for me is I specifically don't want my viewers to have any kind of relationship
That's
with me.
fair.
So like that's like it kind of works out, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like I'm hitting my goal, but
No, you totally
No,
are.
and,
Yeah.
and as weird as that sounds, and it's like it's kind of like low key, like
He's
God
not even
complex
looking her
kind
in
of
the
thing
eye.
is I don't
Look how he's
feel
looking,
any
like,
of my
up into
viewers
the
should
balcony.
relate themselves.
What's that?
I
He's
see
looking.
that.
Yeah, he's looking
like
up
looking
and
at her. He's looking up.
I mean, he's probably wanted to say this for a long time, and I don't know.
I'm
it's like-
waiting for that smug chuckle, my man.
it's gonna happen.
He kind of had like the God complex because she's like, oh yeah, I don't really watch you because of this. So he's like, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't watch me because I'm above you guys. I don't want a relationship.
Better than you. You.
I want to buy that woman a beer. I want to buy that woman a beer because she seems like the most level-headed person in the fucking room.
It's for
God
you.
damn it.
Damn, bro, you got a fucking phone from like the 1990s or some shit?
Something like that.
But
Anyway.
yeah, I just thought it was So let's continue.
To me because, and this is like super like kind of like kind of weird. Is like I do think of myself as better than, or not better, but like bigger.
This is going
there's
sideways.
no good way to say this. I think
That's why he was looking around. He's like, how am
I basically see myself not better, but like superior.
Like he couldn't just take the L and just say like, yeah, you know what? I should work on that. I understand. I don't know, like said it better. When you're in front of people, like his ego kind of got bruised there. I mean, and he's obviously a lot of these people, like, yeah, they do have an ego, and it's
oh my god, the guy to the left, that is the perfect fucking reaction.
Just smiling, trying not to laugh. Saying, dude, what did you just say? I can't believe you.
it's coming out really bad. Yeah.
Myself as better than, or not better, but like bigger.
This is going
there's
sideways.
no good way to say this. I think myself above the average person, so I don't feel like it relates to me. As like bad as that sounds, I know.
No
but
shit.
Like that's just genuinely how I feel.
Lord have mercy on you.
Yeah, people were booing him. Yeah.
No. Her reaction. This is fucking brilliant.
Play it. Continue.
Your soul.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd she say?
But how
Okay,
different is
rewind
that?
it.
Mercy on your soul.
Yeah.
Lord
No,
have
a
mercy.
little bit back
That
because that
from,
was
I would,
brilliant.
Like, screaming out in an audience, I would never watch you in a million years.
Yeah.
I mean, how different is that from I would like screaming out in an audience, I would never watch.
Lord have mercy on your soul.
Yeah.
And look, he's
But
like,
how
I
different
can't
is
take the
that
criticism.
from,
I can't take the
would
criticism.
Screaming out in an audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, did you really have to say some shit like that? It's like, I don't know the background, or like, did he lose? Like, did people like have a big
look,
back?
I don't think I'm better than you or anything like that. I just think
I just don't think I should interact with lower life forms.
I don't think I'm better than you, but I do. I totally do.
I don't think I'm better than you, but I should totally host every stream because I'm clearly better than you.
I'm not better than you because I'm. Well, actually, no, I am better than you because I'm Mr. Medicare. So, yeah. All you guys are Spurgs. You guys are Spurgs. Too many skeptics here.
The skeptic
Skeptards
community.
Owned.
I don't know
shall
about
never
that,
recover.
sir.
I will drag you into the sewer.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Did that Ted Cruz guy come back? Or
No, that was a Medicare impression.
Medicare impression?
What if
Okay.
the Ted Cruz guy is in fact Medicare?
Oh my god, that would make so much sense. He's actually in Texas. He's a huge hipster.
Has he had a face?
Yeah, kind of ish.
Yeah.
I think it's a fake though. Personally,
Oh,
good
yeah.
instinct.
I never really understood the whole face, like hide your face thing. To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
You're only saying that because you haven't been harassed yet. And
Yeah.
People haven't gone for your family
Yeah.
because they do that.
Hold on. I think that's Mulatto Jesus. He says, "I miss seeing Arthur's handsome face." Sadness.
he missing what?
Your handsome face.
Oh, I know, dude. I gotta get back on camera. But
yeah, that mustache, man. That's trying to get me to violate my No Nut November oath, man. That sexy mustache.
I don't
need to
have
go
that
vomit.
mustache anymore.
You want to play the rest of the clip, or because I was gonna.
Yeah,
play
look
mine.
away, folks.
I would never watch you in a million years.
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying like your content is beneath me. You're saying the same thing that he's saying.
He
just
still
like-
hasn't looked her in the eye. It's like almost. Look at him.
Because obviously the room is very divided in what we think is interesting. I mean, for yourself, you look for, very interesting streams. You want to have wittiness. And
I think
all
everyone
that
looks for interesting streams.
I would hope so. But like,
Then again, I watch Domestic Dan Garden, so I don't.
what is
that
interesting
dirt.
is different
Well,
to everyone.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, she's the lady. Like, she's the real MVP. Like the way she's holding it down and everything. And I mean, she was just having like a legit criticism. Yeah, I mean, this does.
I want to see her stream. I want to see her stream now, you know?
Yeah, she should be a Twitch streamer.
She probably is. Maybe this is just like salt being thrown up at him, but still, this is beautiful salt.
Maybe one of the smaller
yeah.
streamers.
Yeah.
But Guardian, how many stream?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm picturing her doing this next time she's at a panel like this.
Oh. Oh, that's a beautiful picture. I mean, I guess I could display it.
Streamers Garden on Twitch. Right? And so in that sense, it's a very, very unique complex. And I understand for yours that it's a very unique complex. I've never stumbled across a stream that I thought, or that I knew that the streamer thought that they were better than me and that they didn't want anything to do with me. That is a very unique aspect, and I agree entirely. But
Sounds like you earned yourself a viewer. You turned her.
I would stumble in. I'd be like, oh,
trying to save it. Trying to save it.
Joining the panel.
I gotta defend.
I love her. I love her. I love her. I want to marry this woman.
Me and Dust will hang around for a little while. I don't know about Backman. I think.
Run away! Run away!
Pretty much. She fucking destroyed it. I love this.
Oh, by the way, this is the
fucking go into battle with her
earlier. So.
Look at their faces. She got the applause.
Yeah, I mean, she totally handled it like very well. Shots out to her. I don't know who this fucking dickbag is.
I don't know. He looks like a dumbass, to be honest.
He looks very confused now. He looks like he just knows that he lost.
He's a dumbass. That's what he is. Dumbass. I don't know. I get annoyed by dumbasses, you know.
You get annoyed by dumbasses?
Yeah, and trolls. Do you want to play my video now?
Play what?
My video.
You keep cutting out my what?
My
video.
Dear young people.
Oh, this one.
Don't vote. Don't vote.
Yeah, you better play
Find
mine.
It is Trump. That was us.
He's our guy. Tax cuts for the rich?
Thank God I don't own a gun. I'd be dead by now. What the fuck
I
was
own
it?
several guns. It's all
Can
about.
I borrow one? I need to go to see Jeebus and go, what the fuck
No.
is this?
Haven't you ever taken a gun safety course?
Yes, I have. It was a Boy Scout.
What do you guys... Oh, go ahead. Or what'd you say?
No one said anything. Like,
Oh, sorry.
we're staring in silence. You showed us the void.
Was that
This
classy?
video is so completely full of straw mans that it's hurting me.
I know.
Yeah.
Dear young people. Don't problem.
Oh, we
I'll be
do.
dead
Oh, I
soon.
don't care about
Sure,
school
shootings
I
are
haven't
sad,
gone
but
to
I
school
haven't
in
been in
50
a school
years.
for 50 years. I can't keep
That's
track
not
of
why
which lives
people
matter.
are against
Sure you
gun
don't.
control, you idiots.
I mean,
I'm against gun control just because if I want to shoot my computer screen right now to take this horrible ad away, I'm going to do it. Ow.
Oh, I'm rich. Like, completely forgetting why they've gotten rich in the first place.
I don't know. I think they got rich because of the old white privilege. So.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, totally.
Of course.
This commercial is more of a boomer meme than the boomers in it are.
No, it's like a
Yeah,
mega boomer meme.
Was this played on TV?
I hope not.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was played on, like, the internet.
Who watches TV anymore? Old people. That's who.
Yeah, they'll
Do you watch
very
TV?
angry at this.
I don't watch TV.
Huge middle finger to like the people who watch TV. It's like
For the hackers.
There's a disconnect here, and you can tell because they're saying "dear young people," yet airing this on television.
No, I to be fair, I
We
think they
don't
did.
watch
No, hold
TV.
on, hold on. To be fair, they did play this on YouTube. I did see this on some YouTube ads. So, but I don't know. It'd be funny
I
if
see.
like most of the people who like wrote this ad or made this ad were like the same ages as the people displayed.
I
Well,
wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, they
Wait, it's
made it.
not dear young people, it's dear fellow kids.
Dear white
Hello.
people.
Dear white people.
Oh.
I want to see the third season. Oh, I didn't see any seasons, to be honest.
I saw the first one.
Uh,
I haven't seen it.
Was it good?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but yeah.
Is it better or worse than the movie?
Oh, I never saw the movie. Is the movie good or?
Mm.
No, the movie.
Looks like a movie.
The first season was okay. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it was still very cringe. Like it was a lot of.
Can we finish this damn commercial?
Alright,
I'm
sure,
getting tired of looking at this man's poor face.
Yeah, he looks pretty
So,
old.
you'll like some meme on Instagram.
If the weather is nice, maybe
Just let it play. Just let it play.
you could go to one of
We're
those little
speed running
marches.
it.
You
No
might even share
stopping.
this video on Facebook.
But you won't vote.
You young people.
It doesn't matter what they say. Just don't.
I do.
Don't look at it.
Oh,
Don't look at it.
no.
Just let it run.
my
Just
God.
let it run. Let it run.
Election.
We'll be there. But you won't.
Because we're a generation.
Just keep going.
of
Keep going.
doers.
Not
Almost done. Almost
We're
done.
doing great.
Just deep breaths. Deep breaths. Hit yourself in the head with a hammer. Now.
Hold on, that little fucking image
What?
is them
I
punching
just love ads that incite violence.
Yeah.
Trump.
Election.
We'll be
Yeah.
there. But
Oh,
you
won't
won't.
somebody think of the boomers?
Whoever the fuck created this, I hope you know how far back you set your cause, you dipshit. Oi.
Well, they don't understand. Like they're just trying to shame the other side, and that's why it's like
I got
don't know.
you. I got you. That's all this election is. I got you.
Yeah, with the midterms, I don't know. We'll see what.
I mean, the thing is,
This is kind of like how the alt-right kind of grows to an extent. They show you these horrible people who just say, "Oh, white people cause all problems." Say they do not like you. They hate you. They think you're evil. Now join us. And
Yeah.
I think that's gonna work on the boomers, but it's not gonna work, I guess, with the alt-right. It's not gonna make them alt-right. It's gonna make them hate the hell whoever made this video.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like, hold on, let me try to find that clip. There was that. Did you see that clip of like Don Lemon? It's like literally within like 30 seconds, he said something about we need to stop demonizing people, and we need to start. And then like 2 sentences later, he said we need to start banning white people or white men because they're the ones committing the
wait, that
the
doesn't make
terrorist
sense
attacks.
though, because Don Lemon is white, so that's weird.
I'm Irish. Do I get a free pass? I'm just asking.
Hey, I'm Slavic. Do I get a pass?
Yeah, like we ain't white.
We weren't even considered white people until about, was it 50 years ago?
They ain't letting us in the white
Oh,
ethnic
my
thing.
friend,
I'm just
I,
saying.
my friend, am 1024th Cherokee, so I...
You're not getting in the ethno state either. I'm just saying. None of us are getting in the ethno state.
I don't want the ethno state.
Yeah, neither do I. I like brown people too much.
No, I just don't care about race.
Yeah, I mean it's become
Actually.
Yeah, it's become this thing now where it's like you guys are they're riling up the other side. There's a new thing that came out too that showed like CNN and MSNBC like Fox News beat them by like an overwhelming majority. You guys are riling this up. You guys are riling up the other side with this.
I mean, it's what it is with divide and conquer politics. You know,
Guys, one of the top comments for the actual video is something saying, "Oh, oy vey, look at the noses."
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, people get old people. It's not fun to look at.
Yeah,
It was pretty unflattering.
The only thing that keeps growing is your noses and your scrotums.
Also your ears.
That too, yes.
But doesn't mean you'll be able to hear any better. In fact, quite the opposite.
What'd you say?
Exactly.
So, in remembrance of all the people kicked off YouTube, we want to go back to one of our favorites, Alex Jones. You know, when I watched this shit, I wanted to get you guys' reaction because, like, when I watched this, it's like, this is the guy that we're banning on YouTube. Like, this guy, he's harmless. Like, I don't think he's.
Just play it.
Welcome to Lily Pad Lane, and here's your host, Geronimo Frost.
Quit blue balling me.
I'll never have children and I'm sterilized. But the media says I'm totally cool.
So this is how you kill the Pepe meme.
I'm a kid in the fish. It's so good. I'm gay, so it's cool. He understands the bigoted, anti-Semitic, racist hatred of people like Alex Jones. Yes, you've taken the bait. Okay, well, why are they lying about you and saying mean things about you and trying to keep you from the human children's? Of course, my son. You're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with it. To give you this gift that you now have.
I'm sorry.
A gift that's so special.
I'm sorry, but this just proves more and more that he's not a character. He's just fucking batshit.
But this is all in good fun. Like
I know it is, but like at the
man,
same
I think
time,
it's hate speech against gay frogs.
it's a it's hate speech against the letter A.
I mean, you see, the problem here is that it's not. He was wrong. Alex Jones was wrong. They weren't turning the frogs gay. They were turning the frogs trans.
It's a trap.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a trap.
Oh.
Product of collateral damage in a larger program. And the fact that Stephen Colbert and my other agents have turned this into a joke is all the more delicious.
Okay, this is like seriously a delusional fucking 12-year-old.
Stephen Colbert and my other agents have turned this into a joke is all the more delicious. And the fact that Stephen Colbert and
Am I hallucinating or is it like third round?
Stephen Colbert.
And the fact
Fourth round.
Stephen Colbert
Yeah, it's
and
just
my other
repeating.
agents have turned this into a joke is all the more delicious. Stephen.
Check your fucking keyboards. Who's pressing the rewind?
No, I
Getting
think
to
that-
believe it now.
It's a rewind.
No.
Now I
I
believe it's Stephen Colbert.
I think it's just to the end.
Trans.
I think it's the video. It's the video. No one's rewinding it. I would have noticed.
Like someone's an agent of Alex Jones here. Who knew?
So yeah, shout out to Alex Jones.
The-
I mean,
that-
where's he even hosting his show anymore?
he has his own website. So.
Yeah.
Just off his web.
Yeah.
I
no,
think he's
he
going to
has-
probably end up. What is it? CTV or whatever that conservative bullshit
conservative,
is. Yeah.
The one.
CRTV.
Millennial.
Yeah.
There we
One
go.
in the chat is bringing up a very relevant question. Are Iberians and Southern Italians white?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Southern
Probably.
Italians, I don't think so. Southern Italians, well, I mean, they still technically are white, but
I mean, if you ask the Nazis during World War II, not so much.
I have a question.
go ahead.
Why does it matter?
Because of stupid. There is so much stupid
We
out
need
there.
to decide.
Okay. Cue up the next video.
Please do.
Let me, yeah, I'm following this one up here. So yeah, are you, any of you guys familiar with Bolsonaro?
Oh, that.
The- all right, so yeah, this will be a good video.
Car accident?
Oh,
Call
wait, there's an ad.
1-800-411-PAIN. The best time.
All right, let me get off of it and then go back.
You know, you guys.
Now.
Wienergate. Okay. We almost had it.
Coco. Coco Cabana.
Is this the video or the ad? I can't tell.
No, that's a video.
It is the
It's
video.
Brazil. Yeah.
Copacabana. This world-class beach is now party central for Brazil's far right.
Oh, so in other words, finally,
Rallies here celebrate the movement's rising star and now future president.
Firefest.
Jair Bolsonaro.
Firefest 2.0.
If you know anything about Bolsonaro, you likely know that he's made some pretty outrageous remarks, such as calling a fellow lawmaker too ugly to rape.
Oh, so Sargon.
Supporting torture.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you got? So here's the thing with Bolsonaro is like he's been attacked in the kind of in the same way. Like he has made some crazy like there's.
No,
He's
no,
made-
come on. You're not gonna say, oh yeah, he's attacked this and generally like Trump. This guy's literally called freaking Pinochet pussy for not killing more people.
That was like in '98, though.
Okay, but what makes you think he changed his position? It's not like he said,
I'm
oh,
not
I was
saying
wrong.
that he did. I'm not saying that he did, which is very key here. I'm saying that it's from 1998, which means he may not, he may still. I'm gonna let time tell on this one.
Yeah, that's actually a good point because someone could say something in the 80s or 90s and it'd be completely fine. And nowadays, if you say something like that or something that you could have gotten
like
away
back in
with,
the 40s, you know, I
even
endorsed Adolf
15
Hitler.
years.
You know, I endorsed Hitler. So.
No, that's not what I mean.
What if you
know it.
endorsed him before the genocide started, though?
I'm
No, that
pretty
was
sure that
after
you
the
knew what he
genocide.
was after Mein Kampf. I'm just saying.
That was after the genocide. Those years after the genocide. After
Oh yeah, by 1940. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of laid it out.
All right, for an example, go on your own time, go rewatch some Monty Python movies and think what would happen if this was released nowadays.
Okay, Suilun.
They would get
He said that Pinochet should have killed more people. Pinochet was a dictator. Like, he wasn't joking. He was being serious. It's not like it was a
Depends
joke.
on who he meant by killing.
But I don't think it matters. Like you understand.
Yeah, I don't
that.
think it matters. He basically endorsed, you know, dictatorship and killing innocent people. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, it's okay.
They're not innocent.
Oh yeah,
Brazil,
they're not innocent because they're communists.
Brazil.
Classy. That's also an important thing because he may, with regards to the torture comment, been referring to people who run drug cartels, which is kind of his, at least part of his stick right now. Is
Pinochet killed drug cartels.
No, I'm talking about Bolsonaro right now.
Okay, but I'm saying
What
he
he
literally endorsed Pinochet and said they should have killed more people.
It doesn't matter what he says, though. It doesn't matter
Oh,
what
it
he
doesn't
says.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what he says. Yeah, he
just
literally.
a meme, guys.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's just.
No,
It
I'm just
does
saying.
matter
I'm just
what
saying the
people-
reality.
It does
Okay.
matter what people say. However, how long ago it has been said should be also taken into
But he
account.
never
With
retracted
that
the
said,
statement.
That's not the
with that said,
world we
listen
live in.
to
That's
the
all I'm
video.
trying to say. No, we're, that's just not the world we live in anymore. And that's why I'm showing you this, is because this is going to show you the crime in Brazil is way too much that people, they don't care. They don't care if he's made some critical comments, you know, and everyone the outside world is out here reacting. The truth is most people wanted him there, and now that's what happened. And it could have been anyone, and it's just been so fucking bad in Brazil, like the crime, that people are sick of it. And that's why they're going to these extreme. Yeah, what's up, man?
Dreamer, my dude. I don't think Classy Liberal is denying the circumstance which brought him to power. I think he's disagreeing that he was a good idea given his positions, but still.
I understand that Brazil has a interesting case in terms of their politics and how it works. I just don't think this guy's the solution. Like,
Right.
am I saying that the people are evil for voting him in? No, they probably had their reasons, and it probably wasn't, oh yeah, let me vote for a fascist, but go on.
Their mindset might just be along the lines of desperate calls.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
As someone who's spoken to, actual Brazilians coming here and saying that's what they're saying. Is they we're fed up. You know?
Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Yeah,
I'm
that's how the
gonna
saying goes.
judge whether or not I'm going to call him a fascist because to my knowledge, he hasn't run up as a campaign. He has not run the statements.
I didn't call him a
if he does do
fascist.
that thing, I'd argue the things that he said were at least bordering upon fascism.
Sure. Well, let's just play the clip.
Anyway.
Let's play it.
Let's do it.
Eu sou favorável à tortura, tu sabe disso.
Okay, so Moonspeak.
I mean, like that clip too. It's like, all right,
But
whatever.
women have come out en masse to oppose Bolsonaro, taking to the streets across Brazil
So Trump.
under the banner of Ele Now, or Not Him.
Pussy
Very,
hat.
very similar to Trump. That's what I'm saying. It's like very parallel.
But what may be surprising is that almost as many women support Bolsonaro.
Well,
Like
that's
Trump.
what happened with white
He's
women in the
polarized
U.S.
entire country, but women seem especially.
I like
violent.
yogurt, Trump.
His signature gun gesture here hints at a key reason why. In 1964, women marched against communist reforms that set the stage for a military coup.
Communist
21 years of dictatorship followed.
Yeah.
Hundreds of dissidents were
Isn't
killed
that
and thousands were tortured.
oxymoronic?
No, it's
Jair
how they
Bolsonaro,
started, you know?
former army captain, is an
You think this
open
shit
reminder
just happens? No, there's.
Oh, he's talking about it now.
They didn't kill enough people.
Isso só vai mudar, infelizmente, quando um dia nós partimos para uma guerra civil.
Holy
E fazendo o
shit.
trabalho que o regime militar não fez. Matamos 30
That's
mil.
incitement.
At Bolsonaro rallies.
That's
No, but
incitement.
guys, he's just the same as Trump, though. I mean, he's just, you know, a right-wing populist who's just,
I'm really
you know,
glad that I
anti...
never said that, or even
At the
completely
crux
destroyed
of-
by classy people right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, he's just like a right-wing populist. He's just a conservative advocating for
Classy, I
tradition.
will give that argument this. He is the most radical end of that spectrum. That's
yeah,
bordering
Classy.
upon fascist. He's the most right-wing populist you can get without being a fascist.
Without actually acting, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see what he's gonna do, Classy. But it's just this is our fucking world. This is the people
Can we
in Brazil.
rename this stream to Six Sad World? Because I've always wanted that in fucking...
6 sad, no nut November.
Oh, yeah.
Six.
Still to get to that topic.
That wasn't a topic.
It is
just a
now.
fuck-
We'll talk about after.
It's not a sick-sad world, though.
About the role.
You gotta focus on the happy things.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I just got kicked off by something. But we should make No Nut November a very important topic for this stream.
I'll go get my hammer.
Crime, and especially violent crime, is a huge problem in Brazil. Last year, nearly 64,000 people were murdered. Bolsonaro
What?
himself was stabbed in the stomach while campaigning. His popularity surged.
Yeah, I mean it's so common. Yeah, every Brazilian who comes here has a story of being some shit robbed off you, something happening. It's gotten so it's gotten worse over, and that's why he's coming with this like campaign of like you know military. Like we're gonna get they're fucking like we need a military.
Yeah, genocide. He's going to go for a genocide. Like, even if it's 30,000, he's looking at genocide and possibly civil war. This is not good.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by the we'll see thing because I don't think he actually campaigned on it.
I think that
was
he
from
said enough to...
1999.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's kind of...
No, I'm talking about just the recent ones. The shit that was up on the screen about 30,000, that was not...
Yeah.
That was not him in the past. That was now, from what I could
No,
tell.
I thought it had a
out.
date. I thought it had the date.
I mean, scroll back and see, but like
It
I
said
thought
1999 in the corner.
then I will retract my statement.
That's good plan.
Urged afterward. To understand how fear of crime is driving Bolsonaro's popularity, we went to meet Sarah Winter. She used to be a pro-choice activist.
Brent, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now she's pro-life and describes herself as a cured feminist.
That's a statement.
She's been mobilizing her Facebook followers to show their support for Bolsonaro.
I don't think any of these have missed a meal. Have you?
Girls are thick in Brazil, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, these women, probably upper class, just from what I've seen of a like impoverished nation.
I mean,
I
have
would
you seen our women?
Our women are fucking definitely never miss a meal.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
These aren't impoverished women. That's what I'm after.
That's yeah. I mean, it's not just. I would say they're
I mean,
middle
it's
class.
not a third world country.
It's
They
kind
have
of in
running
this,
water.
I
It's
know,
kind
but-
of in the middle.
Yeah, it's about where we're going.
Everyone, my ladies, I with great regret have to inform you that I have to leave and eat a dinner.
No worries, man.
Adios,
Very well.
amigo.
And never called me a lady again.
Thanks for joining.
It's milady, and I cannot do it without my fedora, which I am currently wearing. So
Take
I
it
took my-
off, or I'll shoot.
I'll see you all guys later.
Alright,
Hopefully-
take care, Puma.
Yeah.
Man, thanks for joining. All right, so let's continue.
Foi nada daquilo que dizem por aí.
Nós, como mulheres, nós nos sentiremos muito mais seguras num país governado pelo Bolsonaro.
Chuck Palahniuk did a bit about this, Comrade Snarky.
Com que tem a castração química para pedófilos Pais estupradores, safados sim, porque essa é safadeza, essa é maldade.
Walking the streets of Rio, we hear similar views. Sofia Caputo voted for the left in the last 4 elections, and now supports Bolsonaro.
Eu fico com medo de varrer a calçada, pra tu ter ideia. Eu fico com medo de ser assaltada. E quase fui uma vez, durante o dia, na porta da minha casa. Então, mulher morrendo, é homem morrendo, criança morrendo, bala perdida. Ninguém aguenta mais isso.
Yeah.
Se tiver que acabar com tudo isso, vai ser bem-vindo.
She didn't fucking say that. Like, why'd they put that? Yeah, they put dictatorship. It's like, she just, if he can bring a change to that, that's all she
What
said.
did she say though? Can you translate?
She just said, if, basically without saying dictatorship, it's like, if this will end it, and then they put, if a dictatorship will end it. That
Oof.
wasn't what she said. Yeah, I mean, it's, well, I mean, of
Oh
course,
man.
paint something here.
Bolsonaro has seized on people's fears to justify iron-fisted policing tactics.
Okay, I'm not seeing a year here. I'm assuming this is current year.
That's current.
His pitch
Okay.
isn't
That's
exactly
correct.
new. The military already polices Rio's poorest neighborhoods.
It has been for years.
Yeah, but not. There's some favelas and places the police don't even go, so it's not exact.
With Lieutenant Commander
Yeah, but this is the military, not the police.
I understand. Yeah.
as he prepares to
I mean, this is kind of
the Babylonia favela.
in our constitution. They can't do this here.
Yeah, I mean, it's, dude,
unless a martial law has been declared, and then you're supposed to clear the area and reform. That's what they did in New Orleans. That's what they've done in other. But you don't have the military on the streets constantly here. That is why martial law is a thing here.
Right. Right. I mean, I don't know Brazil's constitution, but
I don't either.
Yeah, I honestly don't. But this is what it's come to. This is what people are. It's the crime is on unbelievable levels. Unbelievable levels. Like, people don't even imagine the crime and the people that have to come here. And like, most people are okay with this. Like, you might be looking at this and it's like, oh, this is crazy. But most people are like, you know what? Fine. I'd rather have these guys than fucking gangsters and shit. Like, in Brazil, they'll rob you and they'll still shoot you. Like, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I know. Like, it's always been kind of a thing that I would love to go to Brazil, but yeah, they do tend to kidnap any kind of American-speaking dipshit and ransom them back.
I mean, not
Hey, that's us.
necessarily.
Yes, all of us.
Not necessarily. I mean, it depends on the areas. Like,
I know, but there's a reputation of Buenos Aires, you know?
Yeah, but that's Buenos. I mean, that's some movie shit too. Come on, it's okay to visit Brazil.
I see what you're saying, but like this is a known problem,
right? And that's what this is. This guy's trying to do. I mean, like I said, I don't know if I agree with it. It's to the.
Here's
I mean,
the
Brazil's
point
come.
we are going walking, all right? O circuito vai ser a entrada na última escadaria à esquerda, depois primeira à esquerda de novo e descendo pela rampa. Confere? Ok? Safo pra ir? Bora, execução.
His battalion is part of a federal intervention started earlier this year to crack down on crime. Soldiers are looking for guns and gang members. But really anyone can be a suspect. It's like stop and frisk with M16s.
I can see the comparison.
They see a young man who turns away.
Volta, volta, volta! Não vai acontecer nada.
The young man stops. He's standing right outside his house. His name is Hanan, and his mother is fuming.
A senhora está se estressando toda. Eu sou mãe. Exatamente. O mundo que a gente está vivendo. Então nós estamos aqui para proteger vocês. Mais de 30 homens, um rapaz. Não, ninguém está atrás dele, não. Claro que não, nem não, exatamente. Então a senhora não precisa ter essa reação.
Hanan was let go, but his mother has reason to be scared. Security forces have killed over 1,000 people in Rio since the federal takeover began. That's a 42% increase from last year. And those killed are mostly young men. It's why many women here, many mothers, fear Bolsonaro. He wants to ramp up the military's role, give police and soldiers more power with less accountability.
Meu filho foi morto no dia 20 pela Polícia Civil. No dia 21 nasceu uma ativista nata. Mas o Bolsonaro ganhar, pode preparar os saco preto, porque vai ter muito inocente para entrar dentro deles.
Her son was 14 years old. He was shot on his way to school.
What's at stake in this election for you?
Essa eleição está em risco a vida da minha única filha hoje.
But outside the war zone in the favelas, there's less concern about the cost of fighting violence with more violence. Bolsonaro also wants to make it easier to buy guns, and that resonates with a lot of middle and upper class people worried about a spike in robberies.
So yeah, this is something that's too, like when I say that there's like the parallels classy, when I'm saying that there's the parallel this and with what Trump happened is like they are trying to more like American, like conservative American, where it's like with the Second Amendment, like they don't have a Second Amendment, like they have, it's illegal for you to have a gun in Brazil unless you're like a police, and then because of, and there's people because of that only criminals have, and then regular citizens can't. So you know,
I see it's a feedback loop in Rio de Janeiro. Like I'm from Kentucky. Give me a fucking break on Latin American geography. The fact that I even know some of these capitals is fucking amazing.
Do you want to leave the Discord, like, and then come back quickly because you cut out a bit. So.
I cut
me or
So yeah, so this is something that's happening in the country now too, where it's like they're trying to emulate the American law of the, you know, with anyone could buy a gun, because in Brazil, because of their gun laws, the criminals have guns, and innocent, you know, regular people, they don't have guns to defend themselves in certain situations, and people are kind of scared of it. Like, is this going to increase crime? Is it going to decrease crime? I don't know. This is a real life social experiment that we're going to get.
It might increase for a while, and then after some time decrease.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's just what happens with any major change. There's a huge imbalance, and then eventually it stables out.
Right. So who knows? Maybe this is what's going to solve crime. Like, people are going to be less likely to try to rob people, because it's like on another level in Brazil. With, like, when I go, I visit, I don't have any phone. Like, I don't have a smartphone. I don't have a watch, jewelry. Like, you can't have anything, because at any moment, like any city you can be in, someone can rob you. And here's a clip here of what's this happened here.
One woman, Katia Sastre, became a poster child for self-defense. In March, Sastre was with her daughter at a school Mother's Day event, standing outside, when a young man walked up and tried to rob them at gunpoint.
E aí, nesse momento, eu falei, bom, é a vida das crianças, né? A vida da minha filha, a vida de todos nós. Eu sou policial, sou preparada para isso.
Sastre, off duty at the time, was recorded on CCTV shooting the gunman 3 times, point blank. He died.
Então, graças a Deus, deu tudo certo. Foi final feliz para as pessoas de bem que estavam ali, né?
The video went viral, and she became an overnight sensation. Soon after, Sastre ran for Congress.
Atirei e atiraria de novo.
And won by a landslide. The gunman's family is now suing Sastre for replaying the moment of their son's death in her campaign.
His name was Livelton Neves, I believe. He's 21. His family has responded. Do you regret using that video at all?
Não. Não estou arrependida, porque é um fato real, é o que acontece todos os dias. Eleitoras mulheres que são contra o Bolsonaro porque é machista ou porque ele causa violência. Não, ele só está dando a oportunidade para a gente se defender. Você conseguir se defender, eu acredito que isso é empoderamento de mulher.
So there you go. Yeah, women and guns, women empowerment. You all agree?
Yes. That's the kind of women empowerment I can get behind.
I think I just heard a sploosh.
A sploosh.
Oh.
I mean.
God damn it.
Hell, right before I turned 21, my dad made sure that I took the test, and after my birthday, he made sure I got a license. I mean, I don't carry a gun, but he made sure that I can.
Yeah, and
not
I think
only
that
carry but use one as well.
Of course, yeah, of course, and I think that I know women who do carry guns in their cars, and like it's a different world for a woman where a man can assault you, of course, and there's what we have in the United States, and like the overwhelming fear people have in Brazil, especially women, and trying to walk around, trying to do anything. You're a more vulnerable target as a woman. Yeah, this lady ran her campaign based off that, and this is a change that, who knows, like maybe this will fix this. This will be part of one of the ways it's going to fix the issues in Brazil. I don't know. We'll see. But I do believe it will be, because I think the citizens should have the right to arm themselves, So.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, within reason. Like, there's a huge difference between someone that can arm themselves and someone who can't. I don't think that the mentally ill should have guns. I'm sorry.
You have to take a test and pass the test in order to be able to.
But handing out guns, you see what I'm trying to say? Like, our system is superior to what's being expressed to. But, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do think it is superior in terms of this situation. Yeah. But we're yet to see. I mean, they're not handing out guns. I mean, they are kind of expensive. Like,
I mean, it didn't work. It didn't work in Afghanistan. I'm just saying, we did that twice now. Afghanistan, Iraq, and
with Afghanistan changing their gun law.
No, I'm saying like just handing out guns to anyone. Not everyone should have a gun.
No.
People that want me dead, I don't want a gun. No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
Oh yeah, I understand for sure.
No, but it's yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead and play the video.
Security. Like Donald Trump in the U.S., Bolsonaro has campaigned on these issues. Bolsonaro wants people to believe that his militaristic, some say fascist, agenda can solve all of Brazil's problems.
Uma arma, mais que defender a nossa vida, defende a nossa liberdade.
Bolsonaro's supporters want change. They want a new approach. But at what cost for Brazil's democracy?
Man, there is some creepy shit that they've edited. Yes, I mean I do see the other side.
It's the tone of the video. They're kind of trying to make it
creepy as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. You can definitely tell whoever shot this or wrote.
I mean, it's a sensationalist hit piece. It really is. Like, we're going back to Ralph. Like, I don't agree with everything that he's ever said, but that was a hit piece that the Wall Street Journal did.
This is definitely biased, though.
Someone in the comments, or someone in the chat actually said Colombia also has high crime areas.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I think he has. That's a Colombian flag. So yeah, it's like, I mean, people who from
He also pointed out that Chile has places with a low crime rate in the Americas. So, like, I honestly think that the individual in the chat is kind of doing the research, like, and doesn't have quite the agenda we might want.
My dad went to El Salvador, and my brother went too, and they took pictures and showed me and told me the context of it. I saw very tall fences everywhere with barbed wire at the top, just in residential homes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. In Brazil, you basically have to go. Oh,
the person who they were staying with in El Salvador said that their mother had to take different routes home every night because she overheard people talking about kidnapping her.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say in Brazil, it's not common,
Well,
or
hold
it's
up.
very
You guys
common
talking
to
about
see.
my country, El Salvador?
Yes. Furthermore, they went to a park and there were armed police officers everywhere. Not just police. They looked like they were military.
Oh, that's actually pretty normal.
I believe they said that their military is also their police, or their police is also their military.
I don't know about that, but I remember I was in El Salvador one time, and we were just going to the mall, just to the little mall, and there were like people there with like freaking AK-47s. I don't know if they're police or security guards. I think they're police, and I'm like, whoa! I mean, it's just a mall we're going to, you know.
Well, he showed me a picture.
You're cutting out.
He showed me
Anyone
a
hear me?
picture. Yeah,
I can hear you. Am I cutting out?
No.
No, I can. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my
Yeah,
brother
go
showed
ahead,
me
go ahead.
a picture of a park that they went to, and in the park there were at least, I think it was 3 or 4 armed guards patrolling, all within earshot. Not even with earshot, within eye shot of one another.
Right.
You could probably just, you don't even have to shout. You can just say, "Hey, you over there," and they'd be able to hear.
Yeah, I mean El Salvador, they've been ravaged a lot by the drug war too, right? Like with the cartels and shit.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Yeah, I mean the cartels aren't too bad in Brazil, but I was gonna say in Brazil, it's. I was trying to say, I think you guys weren't hearing you, but it's very common. Like around people's houses, you have bars around the windows if it's like on a first floor, and also too, like you have a fence and people will put broken glass cemented to the top of the fence at a very high fence all around people's houses and protect from people trying to break in and shit. So you know, it's something that
hold
has
up,
been
Brazil's crime problem isn't like organized crime, it's more like low-level thugs, but like they're really bad. Like
both.
If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's like it's kind of like the crime here, where it's like in terms of like, you know, gangs, like very poor people who don't have fathers, you know, like people giving birth to all these kids who don't have fathers, and then they go to the streets and, you know, get involved with gangs and fights and shit, and then they become indoctrinated in the there's actually a movie, it used to be on Netflix, or they might bring it back on Netflix. It's called Trash, and it's like it's a Brazil, it's an American movie, but it's like a lot of the movie is in Portuguese because it follows these Brazilian kids living in like the poor in Rio, and it's like they're like it's pretty crazy. And then there's some English parts into it too, because what's his name? Martin Sheen is in the movie, and he's like plays as an American, like as like a doctor or something for like the poor people in Brazil. But it's pretty cool, and that shows the reality of Brazil, of like with the gangs and like it's just poverty, breeding about, you know, people who are, like I said, don't have a direction. You know, they don't, like, there's no law too in Brazil for like kids to go to school. You know, like that's something in America. It's like we have like, you know, these things that like law, like if a police sees a kid, he's not in school, like during school hours, like he'll go and take him and stuff. That shit doesn't exist in Brazil. So we also talked about it with Shadow Ninja before here, who like the police response times, the police is, you know, it's like a 1 hour response time. So completely different just place here. So but I was gonna get to, I guess one of the final videos here for the night is I don't know if you guys seen this, the Dr. Phil video, the girl who thinks she's black. You seen this yet or no?
No.
No.
All right, let's take a look.
I'm in Beverly Hills right now. I'm seeing a lot of Caucasian people, and I haven't seen I've seen only a gaggle of African Americans, and they were really gross.
Gross?
That Like it's like a Gucci design and everything. And they have a Chanel.
Okay, so this is a dumb bitch. This is a dumb bitch.
You've seen her before, or
no, I haven't. But, like, just gut instinct. This woman doesn't know what reality is.
I mean, she's 16 years old, so. Too.
Yeah, that's what I call anyone under fucking like 20. Dumb bitch. Sorry, but
title of video: See how an African American teen who insists she's white reacts as she travels the streets of.
Yeah, this is her thing. She's like this. I think they're gonna play this video.
African American walked into any of these stores, I feel like people have the right to refuse service, and I feel like they would probably steal something, so of course they should get asked to leave, most definitely.
What?
Yeah, I think she's like just a character. Like she's just a joke. Like she basically is like super racist against black people, even though she's black herself.
Oh, a female Uncle Ruckus?
Pretty much.
Like a teenage Uncle Ruckus.
She said like black people shouldn't be allowed to shop at these stores, and like they should be allowed to refuse service because they're probably going to steal something. That's
I knew I should have got the bottle of whiskey. I knew I should have got the bottle of fucking whiskey tonight.
Let's watch the rest of this.
Fellow Caucasian people, they were so beautiful and pretty. I assumed they were models, so I had to say, tell
She
me.
does have a nice ass. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just living my best life out here on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and I just feel like I belong here, most definitely. The place I'm in, it just takes my breath away. We haven't seen literally any African Americans here, which is such a positive, good thing. My ideal place to live actually would be right here, where the homes are giant. There's really nice families. Oh, see, there's a little boy just playing frisbee and stuff.
Okay.
Well, all the people here are Caucasian, so that's probably the reason why I most likely would fit in
I gotta
here the
stop
most.
here.
'Cause,
What's up?
I gotta stop here and say that this reminds me a lot of the Swedish girl who was pretending to be a cat. Have you seen that video?
Swedish girl pretending to be a cat.
Yeah, she's like straight up. It's a pyrocynical video where he literally is analyzing this woman being interviewed, kind of in the same circumstances as this. Except there was a got you moment where they said that I can communicate with cats, and they put a cat in front of her, basically, or try to make her communicate with cats. Yeah, this is like straight up one of those. This is a person just seeking desperately for attention. Like, this is a caricature at the expense of the person.
Yeah, her sister came out and was like criticizing her, saying how she did this all for like attention, and I mean it's just so obvious. Like when she says like super racist shit, but the truth is she was like she was raised by like white parents, or like her dad was white, and she thought it was really her stepdad, but her whole life she thought it was her real dad. And then when he died, her mom told her like, "Oh, that wasn't your real dad. Your real dad is actually black." And she didn't want to accept it and shit. Apparently, that's real. So maybe she really is just off her rocker too. So.
I would say it's one or the other.
let's just continue watching for now.
Stir the void.
Also, am a Caucasian person, and this is where I belong. This environment reminds me of the ghetto. This environment reminds me of the hood. So as you can see, her hair literally looks like it's a sponge. If you put your hands in her hair, you'd probably lose a finger. The smell is just like so overwhelming, like I just want to die. And it's way too many African Americans. That's probably some of the reasons why it smells. There's dog right there. Like there's actual dog right there. Like someone
It's
really
LA,
needs to clean
yeah.
up. All these people look like pickpocketers. Like they all just look like they're gonna steal from you.
She's in front of the PETA office. Watch.
So yeah, John Beard in the chat said this has been proven fake. Her and her mother both. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like this is completely fake, but it's just hilarious.
Trolling. She's a troll.
Yeah, it's just trolling. It's just trolling to the biggest extent.
I mean, don't get me wrong. the fact that she got on Dr. Phil is kind of amazing and shows the low level of Dr. Phil.
Oh yeah, Dr. Phil is ridiculous. I mean, they look what happened with Cash Me Outside. So
African Americans are more known to actually commit crimes than Caucasian people. So I mean, you never know with them. They have giant lips. Their noses are really, really big. And they're just like really ghetto. It's like completely how ghetto they are. Like honestly.
I love that man.
Like they're called monkeys
I want to buy that man a drink.
in the first place because they don't know how to act. I could never live in this filth and among all of these African Americans and among all of these people who clearly have absolutely no class. African Americans just, they ruin everything good.
Oh.
Well.
Does it?
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Look at even Phil's head is down. He's like, I don't know where to go with this.
He's like, well.
Did it occur to you that you might be hurting people's feelings? You might be causing someone pain with the things that you say?
Well, I believe African Americans don't really have
God,
feelings.
he's gotten much older.
Alright, yeah,
Don't
this
care.
is
Yeah.
this is just set, not
Like-
set
Yeah,
there,
this is-
but it's nonsense.
Yeah.
Too fake to react to, right?
There's a moment in time where you just know where the void's limits are, and this is past the void. This is someone who desperately wants attention regardless of what they really believe.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, but she probably is trying to get like some attention out of it. This is what I think about when I see like the kind of like the super. I don't know.
She's
it
undoubtedly trying to get an attention from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many of these
got it,
people
dear.
online.
You get it.
She's like the Dave Chappelle character, like the real life Dave Chappelle character that's black but racist towards black people.
Yeah, but if you took all the finesse and like actual comedy out and just hit it over the head until it was a mush that could speak. I can appreciate a good troll, but this one is just sad.
I was gonna end the stream with a pretty hilarious video that I found, unless Classy you had something else to watch.
Yeah, just play the video, I guess.
I don't know what the fuck I stumbled upon, but I wanted to fucking just watch this.
Please do. 610.
Breathe in, pull the energy in. Pull it down, and push the energy out the hand. Big breath. More power, more passion, more power. Big
It's a cure for constipation.
Apparently this is a guy trying to teach people how to make a force field. So, and then yeah,
Sorry.
Good. Yes, Magnus.
It looks like he's gotten stuck in third gear. Get the stick.
As you see me move, everything you got in there, you push it out. What can we do it? We can do it.
Cure for constipation. Called it. They're by a lake.
Oh look, it's me after no sleep.
I didn't know there were fish role playing.
All right,
Fish slurping.
All right, this is the money shot. This is the money shot.
All right.
And Magnus and Rebecca, you prepare her.
You blew out a rectum. Blew out a rectum.
He's still such an asshole that he.
Oh, that's beautiful. Can we see that one more time? One more time, please.
Oh no, no.
No, there we go.
She got fucking laid out.
It blew out her rectum. It really did. And he's a fish. He's a fish.
He's like when he went along and play with it, it's like, oh, it's so strong that look, it's affected me.
Such an asshole that he decides to have a seizure next to her, or like some kind of spiritual.
Sweetloot, what do you think of that?
He's recharging.
What? Is it him pretending to have a seizure?
No, just the end of that.
I don't understand what's going on. What did he
They're trying
expect to happen?
They're trying to create force fields. So, like, he's sensing the energy. And, like, so we've got that moment right there. He's in frame. She's looking him down. And both of them, he's supposed to drop down at some point, like, right about 2 steps from now. And this is a part of, like, what she paid for.
She paid to have a fucking ponytail guru run into her.
No, just stop and like spasm in front of her. And like, how do you get from that theory of just spasming in front of a person, like you have a force field, LARPing, to this?
Right.
What happens, I wonder, if somebody actually, well, obviously they're taking this course, so they do believe it. But what happens when they actually try to use this on a mugger or something and they just
I think this happens.
What?
Yeah, this is the truth.
That happens.
Poor lady. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Sick Sad World. This needs to be called Sick Sad World, dude.
Okay, you ready to join us in the circle?
Just casually, okay, are you ready to join us in the circle?
He's like, get up, bitch. She's like, so yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to
Literally holding her butt the whole time.
Well, she probably landed right on her tailbone.
Well, actually, let's go back one more time. Alright, so... Actually, yeah, but at the same time, I think her face is more... Wow.
That was beautiful.
It was.
Ready to join us in the circle?
Bedecker fans, there you go.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that was just a fucking funny ass video that I wanted to get.
Why do people believe in this stuff? Like, why do people? I don't know what this even is. Like some sort of weird Jedi thing. I don't even know.
To be fair, I believed in magic when I was a kid.
Like,
do you now?
No.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people who believe in fucking weird.
Well, there are people who think the Earth is flat.
I know, right?
I used to know a guy, and this was like a Sbarro's mall, right? I used to work I worked 4 Christmases in the Sbarro's in the mall, so no wonder I'm an atheist. But this guy thought that dragons were holding the pizzas down in the oven. And he would have a spell he would cast. I'm not kidding.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he's from West Virginia. Speaking of which, you want to end the stream on that song?
Oh, God.
Come on, it's only funny for another...
Fair enough. If I can pull it up.
Topical humor.
But no, the guy actually was from West Virginia, and he thought that was how you got pizzas out of the oven. You had to cast out the dragons with a spell. I'm not even kidding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Classy, were you gonna play something?
Wait, I'm looking for it.
West Virginia.
There's a point where you have to wonder, and sometimes it's hard to tell when somebody is joking or not. At that point, just ask.
I don't think the people that were in that last video were joking. I think that was literally...
Yeah, they actually believe in that stuff. Like, oh yeah, the forces. Oh look, it's so strong. It caused the Caesar. You know.
That's a nice little edge kill.
Almost heaven. West Virginia.
Yep. Finally gonna die, that means. As soon as that game comes out, it's gonna be a train wreck.
At least that's a good song.
Yeah. Swayloon, what do you
Makes
think?
me sad though. All I can think about is that scene in the Golden Circle.
Old Kentucky. Need more booze.
We were driving around and I heard a cover of this song, and it was a Norwegian cover. It was not in English, so I was listening to the words and I was translating them in my head. And it was country road, country road, take me home to the place I belong. Utabia, out of the city.
So what do you think? Is it a good place to end here?
Yeah. Well,
what's up with this game, by the way? Isn't this game
It's
like
gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
What's the backlash? Were people excited for it?
Yeah, kind of, because
It's a game no one asked for, let's be honest. Like,
well,
yes,
the
if people-
multiplayer, no.
Like, Fallout has historically been like a single player game, and yes,
Yeah,
at some point there was an attempt to make a multiplayer game, but that never went through. Now, you know, Fortnite's a craze now, so Bethesda's like, oh, let's make our own little Fortnite.
Well,
Yeah.
there is the whole, like, the fact that they didn't want to, because Bethesda keeps screwing up the dialogue tree, they're trying to avoid that.
Gotcha.
But
what about that other game too? That Diablo something? Like what? Didn't that like a trailer come out and like everyone hated it?
yeah,
I don't know anything about that.
Quake, Diablo, Bethesda's kind of fucking up here. They did Doom all right though. They really did, and I kind of want to see the other Doom. Yeah, that's a whole nother stream now, isn't it?
Gotcha. Alrighty, guys. Well, this has been the stream. I'm gonna let you guys go for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
shout out to No Nut November. Hopefully, you guys are staying strong.
Stops in my country roads. Take me home.
Who played that?
Sorry.
Alright.
No worries.
Well, until then, stay classy.